Welcome to your Daily Writing Habit, episode number 288. If you're writing a book or thinking about it, or perhaps you've started writing your book and you're having trouble getting it done, or maybe you're at the stage where you need help reaching your readers to let them know about your book, you are in the right place. Good morning. I'm your host, Christine Whitmarsh, also known as Christine Inc., I-N-K, like the stuff you write with. Each day I'm sharing with you the writing habits I've learned over my 18 years as a ghostwriter, book coach, and author. I have found that three things in particular have a huge impact on your success as an author, and they can turn someone who doesn't even see themselves as much of a writer, or maybe they just write blog posts and social media things once in a while, I can turn that person into a published author. Those three things are writing fundamentals, productivity, and mindset habits. Here's today's quote. A good first impression can work wonders. That is from J.K. Rowling of the Harry Potter series. And once again, good morning. It is FAQs Friday here on your Daily Writing Habit, where I answer your frequently asked questions, whether about the hats I wear as a ghostwriter, book coach, and author, about book writing, publishing your book, promoting your book, anything to do with books. And today's question comes through my website, christine-ink.com, and it is, when should I start concerning myself with my author brand? And does brand even apply to me? Now, this is a smart question. It's also a question that came up in conversation in my Writers Club Live group during our January meeting. And by the way, Writers Club Live is my in-person and virtual author group coaching program, and it's a great entry-level option for those of you who are maybe possibly thinking about writing a book, but you might need a little bit of a nudge and some information from me, along with the camaraderie of a group of like-minded authors. Again, christine-ink.com, and you can get more information about that. So to answer this person's question, first thing I want to do is give you a quick and easy definition of the word brand, because it's a word that seems to be frequently misconstrued and overcomplicated. Now, at its core, brand is a fancy way of saying the impression that people have of you. And for authors, the impression that people have of you or your books. Creating an author brand, therefore, means nothing more than getting clarity on this impression that you're already creating as an author, then organizing that impression, and then ideally monetizing it. So to answer the question of when you should start doing this, now if you start taking brand baby steps at the top of your book project at the very beginning, as in like when you first start developing your book idea, not only will you be ahead of the game when it comes time to launch and market your book, but the brand clarity you get from any kind of brand exercises you do to develop, who you are and the impression that you want to create as an author and the impression that you want your book to create, that kind of clarity will potentially spill over to help you even get more clear about your book vision. In other words, you can craft a book that matches the impression that you're trying to create with your brand if you develop them both at once or in parallel. Obviously focus on the book the most, but if you're kind of on the side, as part of the business of being an author side, if you're creating your brand at the same time, double clarity. You'll be creating a consistent foundation for your book from day one, rather than scrambling later on to connect the dots between your finished book and your emerging author brand. So to recap my answers to this week's FAQs Friday question, when should you start concerning yourself with your author brand? Answer is, as soon as you start that work on your book. And do you need a brand? Well, yes, you already have one, whether you realize it or not. So you might as well take control of it and make it what you want it to be and ideally make money off it. And as a bonus answer, you guys know I'm into over-delivering. As a bonus answer, here's what I recommend as the first step to working on your author brand. Study the brands of other authors, especially well-known, super successful ones, people whose footsteps you'd like to follow in. Start with their websites, then go to their social media, and see if you can pinpoint and be able to describe the impression they're trying to create. And for the really good ones, see if you can see what they do to be consistent wherever you come across them, whether you look at this author on their website or YouTube or Twitter or otherwise. Learn from other brands. And I would love it if you would report back in my Inc. Authors group, Inc. I-N-K, Authors group on Facebook, and let us know what you learned from other author brands. I know that my amazing group of authors over in Ink Authors on Facebook, they would love to hear your findings because there's quite a few of them in there that are working on their own brands. So if you do this research on other people's brands, I would love to hear the results in our group. As always, thank you for joining me here on Your Daily Writing Habit, where I'm helping you write and finish writing an awesome book. And if you know someone else who wants to write and finish writing an awesome book, please let them know about this show. Thank you, and until tomorrow, happy writing.